Well, to continue with our class and with our exercise, we are going to move into something very important. So, knowing the line, knowing everything that we know about the line, and hoping you guys have clicked in those hyperlinks that I sent into your documents for the first part of our project. I hope you guys have a really good idea about these elements that we're talking about, and you feel very confident and pursue these elements when you're working on your final piece. So after we have created all of these beautiful piece of a design or art or feelings, however you want to call it, we're going to talk about the texture within it. So we can create texture by cutting, or we can create texture by painting. So the texture that you cut is a texture that you pretty much feel, but the texture that you create with your pencils or your colors is a texture that is to look at it, to see it. So I got this little magazine here, and I found little pieces that it can help us for texture. Okay, so in those textures we create different emotions, different meanings than the line that we do normally when we're working out. So I'm going to play with the same, or trying to draw a second one where I'm going to just work with the textures. See? So now I'm adding textures into, because the picture has a texture. So I like the feeling that I'm going to promote. This one I'm going to use a little bit of glue, and I'm going, oh look, I have another texture here in this part. I think actually I like better that one. So I'm gonna put the little teeny piece of glue here, and I'm going to work with this texture. And I'm going to add textures to my work of art. And the moment we are really seriously creating something magnificent, something really good, normally what I do with my glue is I use a little plate that I don't see here by me. So sorry. Normally I put it here and I pour the glue and I just touch it. So that way I can take exactly what I need. I don't know if you guys understood. I pour, squeeze something into the plate, touch it, and use it. It's simple. So now I'm gonna start playing with all of this movement and all of these lines that I created. I'm gonna start actually moving into textures, and texture because it's a paper, so it's coming out of my line in the spaces here because I have cut it, and texture because of what it means, what the design is inside. So I really like it. I totally enjoy doing these kind of things, and this is another way for you to create feelings and to consolidate your piece of art in a way that you're going to like it and you're playing with. So I'm going to try to create this enter here. And if you notice that this is a way also to educate your eye. I'm just looking the space, I'm looking the line, and I'm going to try to mimic some of this to see if I can put it inside, and I don't go on top of my lines, because my lines are my base at this moment and I'm not ready to let it go. So look, I like that. So I get this guy, I create another texture, and I'm gonna glue it right here. So I have all of these. So my work started like maturing, like going into a second, third, fourth level of experience. And all of the elements, look, we're just playing with elements. Plain elements have become the part of the making. And this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna like it so much that when we put it in our book and we add all of our pages together to our book, it's your piece of work. You know, out there, people display their work of art and there are sketchbooks, and they show it in galleries, and it's very good. Here I have another one, texture that I can use. This is a really old magazine that I found, and it's pretty cool. They were my mother's. So cute. And look, this has already shapes. So I'm gonna try to get this guy somewhere that I like it, or maybe I'm going to add it like just leaves around. And so I'm cutting, and I'm gonna put it here. And remember when we talk about the weight of your colors, the way that your colors become more likely to move one side or the other one, like we did with the line. The blue was stronger, so our eye follow the blue lines. So when I'm using my space correctly, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't go one way too heavy to the other one. So we have to remember that the colors have weight and the colors are powerful. Let me tell you, the white is heavy. We talk about the white going down, and we're talking about white sucking all the information. I tell you that when we work white and white is a positive and negative. White is super powerful. White is really strong when it comes to be next to colors or elements in our space. So make sure that your white also will balance what we need to balance with. So I thought, okay, I have white, I have those lines. I start putting here. I will help myself to see where can I put something, or another textures or another lines, or play with my work. And I want that white being like water, like it's in the space, it's alive. My white is moving, so I will go towards that, you know. I want to do this like a little world of mine. So I may change my mind, and I'm going to move it all around this little leaf. I want to leave it as a leaf. Oh, I found a place. Did you notice that? So I start moving to see where can I go with this beautiful leaf that is actually made like a crochet. And I found a place, and my eyes are very happy with it. I feel sense of balance. I like it a lot.